Hey, Zoo coming at you with another Age of Empires 2 Definitive Edition replay. Today I'm playing the Japanese against the... Let's find out. Against Laszlo the First of the Magyars. Forgot that for a second. Let's go back to mine. So I'm playing against hard on normal speed, and I found that an infantry rush worked pretty well last time, so I'm going for an infantry rush this time with the Japanese's faster attack speed for infantry bonus. And we got a pretty standard build going on here. I'm exploring with sheep, I'm exploring with cattle, or goats rather, and I'm getting up to 6 villagers on sheep at first. There's the scout going around. Okay, so now I got 6 on sheep, and I'm still exploring with my goats and my cavalry. Finish off 1 sheep there. And the next villager I want to send to wood. So I send him to make a lumber camp over there. At this point, I want to send a goat back home. And I want to keep my scout moving. So I send to click these goats home. I should have sent them a little bit earlier. So that's one thing you don't want to do when you're exploring with sheep is keep them out too long. But I get this one home. I also didn't wait for it to get under the town center, which I probably should have done for a little bit more efficiency. So there's my cavalry. I noticed that there's a sheep over there, so I want to go claim both of those and send them over towards the town center. Keep the scout moving. And I want to get 4 chopping wood. And after that, we want to lure a boar. So that's 6 on food, 4 on wood for right now. And I want to keep all of these villagers harvesting the same sheep so that we don't lose out any food due to the decay of the sheep. Click the scout, keep him moving. There's some ostriches over there, the equivalent of deer, and we're going to lure this boar with this next villager. The villager after that, I want to build a house and build a mill on berries. And these villagers just finished that sheep, so it's pretty good timing. So I'm going to send this villager over to build that house. And this boar didn't quite make it to the town center. Again, that would have been more efficient, but this isn't so bad. It's pretty close. And this villager I'm going to task with the mill right next to the berries. I'm going to send that house villager over to berries. And then I want to get 4 villagers on berries. And I want to keep the scout moving. And I want to clear out those spaces just because there could be sheep there for all I know. But then I want to send it back out to the edges of my base. And I'm not sure where the next boar is just yet. Ah, there it is. So I found the next boar. I want to send the next hunter over to it around about this time. This might be a little bit early. And I'm sending 4 villagers over to berries while I do that, while I lure the next boar. And check that my scout is scouting. Alright, this hunter's going to come back to the town center. And I want to milk this boar for all the food it has until I go and attack, but I attack this boar the last second I can. I garrison the villager to make sure she stays safe, and then I set the villagers to go get that boar. And we lost some food to decay there with that one, but that's alright. We got about as much as we can. Then I want to start another lumber camp. So we've got 12 on food. That's 6 here. I guess, how many do I have here? Can't tell. It looks like I got 4 there. So I got 12 on food, 4 on wood. I'm about to get 4 more on wood. I remember I need to build a house, so I set these 2 lumberjacks to build a house before they build that lumber mill. Meanwhile, it looks like I got 5 on berries and 7 on the boar, because one of them we used to lure. And once we finish that boar, I want to finish off the sheep. I want to keep the scout moving. I'd like to find my 2 more sheep. And now we got 8 on wood total in 2 separate camps to keep them safe. We want to pull this sheep over. There's the enemy scout. We want all these guys to work on that sheep. And what do I want to do with this guy? I want to build the barracks. And that's because I want to get out militia early in the Dark Age so that we can upgrade them to men-at-arms and already have the militia out there. So I found my gold. So after this barracks, I want to set 3 villagers to gold so that we can keep producing militia and get the men-at-arms upgrade. I think I'm just going to build a farm first. Get more food. And now I'm clicking around with the scout. I just clicked him around in a pattern to try to find the enemy base, and I found it here. Once I discover that, I want to circle around the base to look for their mining camps, their lumber mills, and so on to raid later on. Alright, my villagers just finished the last sheep. Now I build a gold mine over here on some gold. I need to start giving these villagers farms to build. In this case, I send them all over to build a house because I realize I'm about to get housed. But then I set them to make farms after that. And I make as many farms as I can for these 7 villagers. And I leave 1 to build housing. Meanwhile, I still want villagers to come out of the town center, but I haven't actually queued them up, so that's a mistake. But I am making militia out of the barracks. And now I'm researching Feudal Age. I'm just a tad behind the PC, but that's alright. Because I got militia coming. And we're building houses just so we don't get housed with the extra villagers and militia coming out. So we got a fair number of militia now. I want to keep the scout moving, keep exploring, keep looking for villagers, and then I want to send these militia forward. Just to do a little bit of scouting out themselves and a little bit of raiding if they can, although they're much more effective as men-at-arms. So once I hit the Feudal Age, I want to research the men-at-arms tech right away. I'm going to send them to attack this villager. He's not going to fight back, so we're going to get a kill out of this, I think. There we go. See another loose villager that we can attack. And I keep getting more militia, and I keep wanting to send them forward as well. We can kill this scout because he's not fighting back. Or he fought back a little bit, but not enough. And now I want to research the men-at-arms tech at the barracks. I want to keep making villagers. But I want to stay away from that town center because I don't want to get shot at from it. That'll go through the militia fairly quickly. But I can raid this lumber camp. Get a villager kill there. I should keep that militia away from the town center. There we go. I should group up all of them. There we go. Now they're men-at-arms. Now they're much stronger. Going to be able to take out villagers much more quickly. And I don't want to lose track of my villagers at home. I should be going back to the town center. Making sure that I put these idle villagers to work, making more villagers out of the town center. So we got a little bit of inefficiency here. I also, at the same time, I don't want my men-at-arms to get close to the town center, so we lost a few there, more than we needed. And I should be replacing them from the barracks right now instead of microing them. Maybe put them to work attacking the lumber mill, the mining camp, something like that in the meantime. Because we still haven't seen any military buildings yet from the AI. There we go, try to get a kill here. And now they start fighting back. So I don't want to engage with the villagers because I don't want to lose any more men-at-arms. And I have some more coming from the barracks. And I queue up some villagers, which I should have done earlier. I set these guys to stone. I could probably use some more gold miners too. So here we go, now we got a couple more fresh men-at-arms. Here's an idle villager. Let's have her chop wood. We have a lot of wood. I should be spending that on farms. Forgot to toggle the farm thing back on, the automatic seeding. Now I got some villagers out here. I need to find something to do with them. I reseed that farm. I start researching horse collar, double bit axe from the mill and the lumber mill respectively. I set these guys to build houses. And I got more men-at-arms here. I let my men-at-arms wander too close to the town center again. So I set them to attack the lumber mill instead, which they'll take down pretty quickly. I want more houses. I want more men-at-arms. And we still haven't seen any enemy military units. But we're keeping their villagers off of their resources. We're researching some infantry techs at the blacksmith that we just built. I should be putting down more farms and sending people to gold. But in the meantime, we'll just destroy some buildings with our men-at-arms. Got these idle villagers here. I'll keep making houses. There's their blacksmith down. Alright. I don't want to get attacked from the town center, so I can't go for that house. But I can go for this house over here. So we're just trying to cripple their economy by destroying their buildings when we can't get at villagers. But we can get this villager. Or the mill, even better. Alright, go back, build a market. And I got more villagers on gold now. I should get more villagers on food too, so we can go up to the Castle Age. But we finished the mill. There's some villagers we can attack. Let's get that stone miner too. And there's our market. Build a few more houses. One more villager out, and we're close to what we need for the Castle Age. If I were replaying this, I might have just like sold some wood and bought some food to go to the castle, but there we start researching castle, and we're actually behind the AI to get castle. But that's a kind of a mistake on their part, because even if they get to the Castle Age, they're not going to be able to do anything if they don't have any military buildings. So they probably shouldn't have gone up when they did. They're going to beat us, but we're still we still have a military advantage that they just can't stop right now. And there's some bad pathing there. We lose a couple men-at-arms. Let's go check out those lumber sites again, and we found a lot of villagers over here. And I set them to attack that lumber camp before I go back and check on my economy. Got some idle villagers. Got an idle men-at-arms. There's Laszlo getting to the castle age. I decided to build another barracks closer to the enemy's base, so we can put out units and research at the same time to get long swordsmen in the castle. And I decided to build a castle too to get out some samurai. So we're destroying houses, we're taking some TC fire. They don't have a lot of villagers right now though. We find a mining camp. There's also what looks like to be something over there. So we're going to kill that villager. We're going to kill all the villagers we come across. We'll destroy the mining camp. They keep sending villagers out, which is not smart. And there's the first enemy military unit. They have a castle somewhere because they're putting out their unique unit, the Magyar Hussar. But we have enough numbers to be able to deal with them pretty easily. Meanwhile, we're destroying their mining camp, we're putting up a castle, we're putting up a siege workshop after that. They keep sending their villagers out. We keep killing them. They send out their hussars one at a time. There's an archer, so they have an archery range up too. But again, one archer is not enough. There's a lumber camp that we now see. My castle can't quite bring down that villager. But my men-at-arms can. And now we're getting out samurai. We started building pikemen as well to combat those hussars. Put a mining camp on that gold. So I select all the military units, but just as I decide to get the samurai going, the AI quits. So here you have the scores. We won in every category. We tied for society. Military score, 36 units killed, 10 lost, 11 buildings razed, 25 largest army. We beat him in everything except stone. He actually beat us to both ages, but it didn't really matter because we were winning militarily. We explored much more of the map because we killed a scout, we had more researches, and we had the same number of castles, the same villager high. I could have made more villagers in that time, but you can't really complain with the results. We didn't even have like a true battle. I just beat him by having a military population, and he didn't have any. So that's the end of this replay on hard. If you have any thoughts, comments, questions, please leave a comment. If you liked, please like and subscribe. And I hope to see you next time. Bye!